thank God, but through him, my relationship with money changed.
And what is that? Break that down.
It's not my problem.
What do you mean?
It's not my problem, it's his problem. And it always...
Why did Funky Dineva just clown Tamar Braxton in the wildest way possible and leave the internet buzzing like her near-death scare wasn't some random accident? The same night Tamar was left bleeding, broken, and fighting for her life inside her own home. Funky was out here arguing and dodging questions about what really went down. Instead of calling her his friend, sister, or even saying her name, he brushed her off coldly as the lady. Let's keep it real. Nobody just wakes up with a fractured nose, busted teeth, and blood everywhere unless something heavy went down. Tamar herself admitted she almost lost her life and still doesn't even know how it happened. And that's exactly why people online are spinning wild theories. Some are whispering about strange rituals gone wrong, shady so-called friends, and even a possible industry cover-up. The mess gets even darker when you look at Tamar's own cryptic posts. She hopped on Instagram stories and left fans shook, with Michael Ketterer's Spirit Lead Me playing in the background, writing, "I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me, and honestly, I can't even really talk anymore." Tamar dropped a chilling confession. "I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood with my face injured." And she didn't stop there. She revealed she fractured her nose, lost several teeth, and now struggles with mobility. The pain wasn't just in her body either. She admitted the trauma completely changed how she sees life, writing, "As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me." That one post sent fans into full-blown panic. People rushed online asking the same question. How does somebody wake up drenched in blood with a broken nose and missing teeth, but have no memory of what happened? One fan even wrote, "What in the world? Did somebody deck her and she blacked out? How do you wake up missing 4 teeth? Sounds like a scene out of The Hangover. I hope nobody harmed her." Another fan pointed the finger at Funky Dineva, saying, "Him..." Calling Tamar that lady is classic disassociation. That was your friend who partied with you on his birthday the night before. Why so cold? And here's where things get sticky. Funky Dineva was literally with Tamar the night before all this went down, celebrating, partying, and dining out. Then the next day, Tamar is posting like she barely survived. The internet instantly started connecting dots. Was she jumped? Did something explode inside that house? Or was she involved in something spiritual that went horribly wrong? And just when things couldn't get messier, Funky Dineva himself stepped in and made the situation sound even darker. Funky Dineva finally hopped online to clear the air, but instead of defending Tamar or even showing concern, his words had people scratching their heads. In his own words, he said, "I don't know what happened to that lady. We went out Saturday night, went to Ruth's Chris, ate, had a good time, then we went down to V12 for my birthday. Y'all saw the video. Afterwards, the car dropped us off at Tamar's house. I didn't go upstairs. I went to my car, met James Knox at BJ Rooster, then went home. That's what set fans off. He didn't call her Tamar or even his friend."
What happened to the lady?
We went out. What night that was? We went out. Saturday night. We went out Saturday night. We went to the Roof Chris. We ate. We had a good time. She was like, "Let's turn up for your birthday." We went down to the V12. Shouts out to Vinny and all the people at V12. That's the video y'all saw. Or whatever, with us walking in, them making a whole lot of noise. We left there. We all got in the car together. The car dropped us off at Tamar's house. I didn't go upstairs. I went to my car. I went and met James Knox at BJ Rooster, and I came home.
He brushed her off as the lady. And if you were just with somebody hours before they nearly lost their life, would you talk that cold? Here's where it gets even more suspicious. Funky admitted Tamar texted him the next morning asking for Dr. Heavenly's number, the Atlanta dentist known for emergency veneers. Funky said he thought it was just a tooth issue, but hours later, Tamar was online posting about blood, broken bones, and almost dying. That timeline is shady. The night before, everything looked fine. Dinner, drinks, parties, videos of everyone smiling. But by morning, Tamar's scrambling for dental help, and by the afternoon, she's talking about barely surviving. Fans instantly felt like Funky wasn't telling the whole story, and maybe he was hiding something bigger. One fan on X tweeted, "Nah, Funky knew something was off. That lady comment was him distancing himself before the storm hit. Classic Funky move." Another speculated, "Feels like Funky was being shady because he didn't approve of whoever Tamar was with that night. He just wanted to clear his name before the blogs dragged him." And ooh, clock it. Whether it was Shade or just Funky being funky, his cold tone only poured gasoline on the fire. Instead of shutting the rumors down, his words lit them up even more. Suddenly, the conversation shifted. Was Funky cutting ties because he knew Tamar was dabbling in something darker than she could handle? That's when the spotlight jumped from injuries to straight-up rituals. While Tamar begged for prayers and tried to focus on healing, her own sister Tamar Braxton hopped on live and dropped a bomb that had fans floored. When Tamar mentioned using Bible study to fight off demons and witchcraft, Tony brushed it off saying, that book was written by a racist white man. For a family that grew up deep in the church.
Next day when I woke up, I had a text message from Tamar at 10 in the morning that said, can you give me Dr. Heavenly phone number?
That comment was shocking. Fans instantly felt the Braxton sisters weren't just battling Tamar's injuries. They were clashing over faith, spirituality, and maybe even something ritualistic. One scripture flying around the debate was 1 Timothy 4:1. In latter times, some will depart from the faith, giving heed to deceiving spirits and doctrines of demons. And online, people tied that verse directly to Tony's words, whispering that Tamar's wounds might not have been just physical at all. Some fans started saying Tamar might have been under a full-on spiritual attack, and Tamar didn't exactly calm the storm because in past interviews, she openly admitted she doesn't go to church anymore, but still claims she hears God's voice in private moments, even saying he once spoke to her while she was in the shower. That's when whispers about voodoo and rituals started swirling harder. People pointed out how Tamar's own words about battling demons lined up with her sister Tony dismissing the Bible, and Funky Dineva coldly—
I gotta call you back. I'm about to have Bible study.
Why?
Because I'm saved. And I read
Why
the
do you have
word.
Bible study?
Because it's important to know the word. How else we gonna battle all these demons and witchcraft? How else you gonna do it?
There are other books.
Girl,
you
get
can
off of my
study
phone,
to
girlfriend. Get
yourself
off of my phone.
approval.
I'll call you
I
back.
mean, that book was written by racist white
Girl,
men.
goodbye, girl. I'll call you in an hour.
calling her the lady. Put it all together, and fans summed it up perfectly. It's giving spiritual warfare. Tamar said demons. Tony said forget the Bible. Funky said the lady. None of that feels like coincidence. By now, concern for Tamar's health had turned into full-blown conspiracy talk. Was she dabbling in something dark, and did that nearly take her out? But this isn't the first time Tamar's life has been surrounded by tragedy and whispers. Back in 2020, she was rushed to the hospital after being found unconscious in a Los Angeles hotel room. At the time, reports claimed it was a possible overdose, but her partner David Adefeso later said she had mixed alcohol with prescription pills. That incident had already left people deeply worried about Tamar's mental health, and she later admitted it wasn't just a one-off. She had actually tried to take her own life because of overwhelming pressure. In her own words, Tamar confessed, "That time of my life was so dark and so heavy, I didn't see how I was going to come out on the other side." She admitted that family drama, a crumbling career, and non-stop industry pressure had pushed her to the edge. And let's not forget, just last year she went public again, revealing she was heading back into treatment, crying out, "Y'all have no idea. The gaslighting is crazy. I'm going back into treatment. I just pray my marriage can be saved and my life can be spared. My family is awful." So when fans heard her latest near-death confession, they didn't buy it as some random accident. They connected the dots. Tamar has always been battling demons, personal and maybe even spiritual. And every time she's dragged into these life or death moments, it's wrapped in mystery, family feuds, and industry whispers. Which brings us back to now. If Tamar truly doesn't know what happened this time, was it another breakdown? Or did something or someone push her over the edge? That's exactly why talk of a failed ritual caught fire online. Fans felt like Tamar's been playing with forces and people way darker than she admits. And once the internet started piecing things together, the theories turned wild. Tamar's story didn't add up. Funky's cold "the lady" comment looked shady, and Tony's Bible shade only fueled confusion. So fans did what they do best. They turned detective. One viral thread broke it all down into 9 possible scenarios, starting with Funky Dineva himself put hands on Tamar. Vince, her ex-husband, showed up and things turned violent. Tamar tried again. She was creeping with a man and got caught. She had a seizure and collapsed. A demon literally attacked her. A plastic surgery cover-up gone wrong. She got jumped by friends. K. Michelle ran up on her. And the crazy part, fans said Tamar's history made every single one sound believable in its own twisted way. But here's where it got darker. Tamar hinted at demons, Tony dismissed the Bible, and Funky cracked cold jokes. Put all that together, and people were convinced this wasn't bad luck. It was spiritual warfare. Some even tied it back to Atlanta's underground celebrity scene, where whispers of rituals and protection work have floated around for years. And while Funky's known for throwing shade, The way he distanced himself looked like he was scrubbing his hands clean before the blogs tried to pin him to something cult-like. But fans caught another detail. Tamar asking for Dr. Heavenly's number right before she posted about her injuries. Why would she call a dentist first if she was bleeding out with fractures? That fueled the surgery cover-up theory. Maybe this was cosmetic work gone wrong, spun online as a traumatic accident. Either way, the damage was done. Tamar's name was back in the headlines. Funky looked shady, and the truth felt buried deeper than ever. But the storm didn't stop there, because when it comes to Tamar, the people around her always get dragged in. And this time, fans immediately pointed the finger at her ex-husband, Vince Herbert. Theories started flying that Vince might have shown up. Tempers flared, and things got violent. Given his messy history with Tamar, fans didn't hesitate to throw his name into the mix. Then came K. Michelle. Her beef with Tamar has been public for years, full of shade on stage and online. One of the wildest theories was that K. Michelle finally ran up on Tamar after years of pent-up tension. Proof? None. But the way fans jumped on that storyline made it sound like industry beef finally turned physical. Another name tossed around was Mendeecees Harris from Love and Hip Hop. Some whispers claimed Tamar was creeping with him or someone close to him, and that sparked jealousy and chaos. Again, nothing confirmed, but fans loved the subplot. And then there's Dr. Heavenly, the Atlanta dentist Tamar texted right before her scare. Fans couldn't get past the fact that instead of dialing 911, Tamar reached for a dentist's number. To some, that screamed cover-up, a secret cosmetic surgery gone left, spun online as a tragic accident. Funky Dineva's cold detachment only made that theory grow darker. Meanwhile, the whispers about Atlanta's celebrity party scene wouldn't die down. People online swore rituals, sacrifices, and protection work were the hidden forces behind Tamar's chaotic night. Add in Tamar Braxton dismissing the Bible and Funky's Shady the Lady comment, and the puzzle started to look way bigger than a freak accident. By this point, fans weren't just questioning Tamar's health, they were questioning the whole circle around her, which left the internet with one haunting question. Was Tamar Braxton really the victim of a random accident, or was she caught in the middle of a ritual gone terribly wrong? Just another sad ritual gone wrong? That's the question haunting fans. Because at the end of the day, Tamar Braxton's story still doesn't make sense. She says she doesn't even know what happened. Funky Dineva was out here acting shady, calling her the lady. And Tamar Braxton straight up dismissed the Bible like it was just another book. Put it all together, and people are convinced something dark was going on behind the scenes. And sure, Halloween's around the corner, but come on, make it make sense. Whether this was a freak accident or some kind of hidden ritual, it's just another chapter in Tamar's long battle with demons, both personal and spiritual. And the wildest part, it feels like the story's only half told. Every time Tamar shows a glimpse of her pain, it comes wrapped in mystery, rumors, and unanswered questions. Did her circle set her up? Was Funky clowning her because he knows way more than he's saying? Or are we finally seeing the ugly truth of industry secrets catching up to her? Either way, this saga is far from over. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Tamar's accident was just bad luck? Or something way deeper and darker? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because the next topic we're diving into might just blow this whole thing wide open.